Ever been in a conversation and the perfect English word is right on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't grab it? Or maybe you've felt that little knot of worry in your stomach when you need to ask for directions, order food, or just chat with someone in English. Guess what? You're definitely not alone. But what if I told you that a surprisingly small number of words can open up a huge part of everyday English? It's true. Research shows that by mastering just the most common 2,500 to 3,000 words, you can understand up to 90% of daily conversations, newspapers, and even your favorite TV shows. Imagine that 90%. That's the difference between feeling a bit lost and feeling truly confident. And that's the power we're going to tap into today. Section 1. The 90% Secret. Why core vocabulary is your key. It sounds almost too easy, right? How can just a few thousand words, out of all the words in English, be so powerful? Well, think of it like building a house. You need a solid foundation before you can start adding all the fancy details. These core vocabulary words, they're your foundation in English. They're the nuts and bolts of daily communication. Focusing on this essential vocabulary means you get the biggest bang for your learning buck. You'll start understanding more of what you hear and read almost right away. This isn't just about passing a test. It's about real-world communication. It's about being able to get through daily life in English with more ease and confidence, bit by bit. When you know these core words, you start to see how the language fits together. You can guess the meaning of new words more easily from context. And most importantly, you start to think in English more naturally because those building blocks are right there in your mind. This isn't about limiting your vocabulary. It's about smartly building a strong base so your English can really take off. It's the secret to making your English journey smoother and way more rewarding. These words are the keys that will open up so many doors for you. Think about that frustrating feeling when you know exactly what you want to say in your own language, but the English words just won't come. Or that little bit of panic when someone speaks to you and you only catch a few words, missing the main idea. Focusing on core vocabulary hits that frustration head-on. By mastering these foundational words, you'll find yourself lost for words much less often. Conversations will feel less scary and more like something you can actually enjoy. This core set is like your conversational toolkit, always ready for you. It's the difference between staring at a complicated machine with no clue how it works and having a clear idea of its main parts. Once you get these, the rest starts to make a lot more sense. This approach really empowers you, turning English from a huge challenge into a skill you can actually achieve. Section 2. Unlocking daily life. The word categories you can't live without. So, what are these super useful words? They aren't complicated or obscure. In fact, their power is in their simplicity and how often we use them. Let's look at some of the key categories these essential words fall into, and I'll give you examples of how they're woven into the fabric of everyday life. 1. People and relationships. Connecting with others. These are the words we use to talk about the folks who matter most. Friend. Think about your best friend. Someone you share laughs and worries with. You might say, I'm meeting my friend for coffee, or she's a really good friend. This word is key for describing your social life. Can you imagine trying to talk about your connections without it? It's a cornerstone of how we interact. When you move to a new place or join a new group, making friends is usually a big deal. This word isn't just a label. It's about a bond. Family. Mother, father, sister, brother. Your family is often at the heart of your personal world. My mother is a teacher. My father loves to cook. My brother is older than me. My sister and I look alike. We use these words constantly when sharing personal info or talking about our background. If someone asks, tell me about your family, you'll need these. They're personal and everyone understands them. They help you show who you are and where you come from. People, a more general term but incredibly useful. There are many people in the park today. Some people prefer tea, others prefer coffee. It lets you talk about individuals or groups without getting too specific. It's a go-to word when you're just observing things or talking about what folks generally think. What do people think about this? Is a common way to get a feel for opinions. 2. Home and daily activities. Your everyday world. These words describe your personal space and the things you do all the time. House/home. I live in a small house. Welcome to my home. While house is the building, home often brings in that cozy feeling of belonging. Both are really basic. You might talk about cleaning the house or that great feeling of being home after a long trip. These words are anchors in your daily stories. Let's go home is often said with a sigh of relief. Eat. One of the most basic things we do. What time do you usually eat breakfast? Let's eat out tonight. I need to eat something. From talking about meal plans to just saying you're hungry, eat is a word you can't do without. Think about how many conversations circle around food and eating. Did you eat yet? Is a common way to show you care. Sleep. Another fundamental need. I need to sleep for at least 8 hours. Did you sleep well? The baby is sleeping. It's essential for talking about how you're feeling, your daily routine, or someone else's state. Not getting enough sleep affects everything, your mood, your energy. This word is vital for talking about a basic state of being. Work. For many of us, a huge part of life. I have to go to work. What kind of work do you do? This machine doesn't work. It can be a noun, your job, or a verb, to do a task. This word covers a big chunk of how many people spend their time and is central to chats about daily routines and how we make a living. 3. Food and drink. Sustaining yourself. Beyond just eat, these words help you talk about what you consume. Water. Essential for life and a very common word. Can I have a glass of water, please? It's important to drink enough water. Whether you're thirsty, at a restaurant, or talking about health, you'll use this. Food. The general term for what we eat. What kind of food do you like? We need to buy some food. It's broad, but super important for daily talks about meals, groceries, and what you like. Coffee/tea. For millions, these are daily rituals. I need a coffee to wake up. Would you like a cup of tea? Simple words, but part of countless daily interactions around the world. Ordering a coffee or offering tea are common social things. 4. Time and routine. Structuring your day. Words that help us organize and talk about our schedules. Today, tomorrow, yesterday. Absolutely key for talking about when things happen. What are you doing today? I have a meeting tomorrow. I was busy yesterday. These place us in time and are used in almost every conversation about plans or telling stories. Morning, afternoon, evening, night. These divide the day. I work in the morning. Let's meet in the afternoon. I relax in the evening. I sleep at night. They give context for when things happen and are part of basic greetings and describing how the day goes. Always, sometimes, never. These adverbs tell us how often things happen. I always brush my teeth before bed. I sometimes watch movies on weekends. I never eat spicy food. They add crucial detail, explaining habits and routines. 5. Places and getting around. Navigating your environment. Words to describe where you are and where you're going. School, office, park, store. Common places people go. My children go to school. I work in an office. Let's go to the park. I need to go to the store. Knowing these helps you describe your daily comings and goings and understand others. Go, come. 2 of the most basic verbs of movement. I need to go to the bank. Are you coming to the party? They show direction and arrival or departure. Imagine trying to make plans or give directions without go or come. Car, bus, train, common ways to get around. I drive my car to work. I take the bus. The train is late. essential for talking about travel, commuting, or making plans that involve moving from one place to another. 6. Common actions, verbs, doing things. These are the workhorses of the language. They describe actions. Be, am, is, are, was, were maybe the most important verb. It describes existence, states, identity. I am happy. She is a doctor. They were here. It's everywhere. Getting its forms right is key for basic sentences. Have, has, had shows possession, or is used as a helping verb. I have a car. She has blue eyes. I have finished my work. Another incredibly versatile and common one. Do, does, did used for actions or as a helper for questions and negatives. What do you do? I do my homework. I did not see that. Its flexibility makes it a real pillar of conversation. Say/tell, essential for reporting what someone said or giving information. What did he say? Can you tell me the time? Crucial for sharing info and talking about conversations. Get, an incredibly flexible verb with tons of meanings. To receive, to become, to arrive. I need to get some milk. It's getting late. When will you get here? It's so common and used in so many ways. It's vital. Make, to create or produce something. I will make dinner. She makes beautiful art. Also used in lots of common phrases. Know, to have knowledge or understanding. I know the answer. Do you know him? Really important for expressing certainty or familiarity. Think, to have an opinion or to use your mind. I think it's a good idea. Let me think about it. Essential for sharing your thoughts and having discussions. See, look, watch. Verbs about vision, but with slight differences. I can see the mountains. General ability. Look at that. Directing attention. I like to watch movies. For a period of time. Want/need. Expressing desires and necessities. I want a new phone. I need to sleep. These drive so many of our actions and conversations. Like/love. Expressing preference and affection. I like pizza. I love my family. Key for sharing opinions and feelings. 7. Describing your world. Adjectives and adverbs adding detail and color. These words add richness and specifics to what you're saying. Good/bad. Basic words for saying if you like something or not. This is a good book. That was a bad experience. Simple, but used all the time to give opinions. Big/small. Describing size. It's a big city. I have a small problem. Basic for describing things and comparing them. Happy/sad. Describing emotions. I feel happy today. The movie was very sad. Essential for talking about feelings. Easy/hard. Difficult describing effort or complexity. The test was easy. Learning a new language can be hard. New/old. Describing age or condition. I bought a new shirt. This is an old building. Very, an intensifier, used to make an adjective or adverb stronger. It's very hot today. She speaks very quickly. Super common for adding emphasis. Quickly/slowly, describing speed. He runs quickly. Please speak more slowly. This isn't every single important word, of course, but it gives you a really good idea of the types of words that are most essential. Notice how many of them are about things right in front of you, common objects, and basic actions or states. These are the words that make up the skeleton of almost any everyday chat. Mastering these words first will let you understand and join in on a huge majority of daily interactions much more confidently. Remember, the goal isn't just to memorize a list, but to get how these words work in real sentences in real situations. That's where the real power is. Section 3. Making them stick. Simple strategies for mastering these words. Knowing which words are important is step 1. Now, how do you make them a real, permanent part of your active vocabulary? It's not just about memorizing lists. It's about connecting with the words in ways that mean something to you. Here are some solid strategies. Learn in context, not isolation. This is probably the biggest tip. Don't just memorize a word and its definition. Pay attention to how it's used in sentences. When you see a new word, look at the words around it. For example, instead of just learning essential, remember a phrase like, water is essential for life, or these are essential items. You absolutely can't travel without them. Context helps you get the feel of the word and how it connects to other ideas. When you learn words in phrases or full sentences, they stick better and you'll use them more accurately. Reading simple articles, listening to podcasts for learners, or watching TV shows with subtitles are great for this. Thematic learning. Group words by topic. Our brains love making connections. Learning words in groups by topic can be way more effective than random lists. For instance, if you're learning about food, learn words like apple, bread, chicken, kitchen, cook, delicious, hungry all together. If you're focused on travel, learn ticket, passport, airport, fly, visit, journey. This way, the words help each other stick, and it's easier to remember them when you're actually talking about that topic. You can create mind maps or vocabulary lists around themes that matter to your daily life or what you're interested in. Use visual aids and make it multisensory. Connect words to images or even real things. If you learn apple, look at an apple, say the word, maybe even taste it. For more abstract words, draw a simple picture or find a good image online. Flashcards can be great, especially if you make your own with the word on one side and a picture, or a sentence using it on the other. The more senses you get involved, the better you'll remember it. Lots of apps use these visual learning tricks really well. Active recall and spaced repetition. Don't just passively look over words. Test yourself. Cover the definition and try to remember it from the word, or cover the word and try to remember it from the definition or a picture. Spaced repetition systems, SRS, are amazing tools for this. These are software or apps like Anki or Quizlet that bring words up for review at just the right time, right before you're about to forget them. This is proven to be super effective for remembering things long term. You review words less often as you get better at them, so you can focus your energy where you need it most. Speak, speak, speak. Use the words actively. Vocabulary is a tool, and tools are meant to be used, right? Try to use your new words when you speak, and write as soon as you can. Don't worry about making mistakes. That's just part of learning. Talk to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing using the new words. Find a language partner, join a conversation group, or even record yourself speaking. Actually pulling a word from your memory and using it to communicate makes it stick way better than just looking at it. When you use a word, you own it. Listen actively. Pay attention to how native speakers use these core words. Listen to English music, podcasts, audiobooks, and watch movies or TV shows. When you hear a word you're learning, notice how it's pronounced, the intonation, and the situation it's used in. This helps you understand it better and improves your own pronunciation. You can even try shadowing, listening to a short phrase and repeating it exactly as you hear it. Keep a vocabulary journal. This doesn't have to be anything fancy. A simple notebook where you write down new words, their meanings in English. Try to avoid translating if you can. An example sentence that means something to you, and maybe a little drawing or notes about how it's used. Look through your journal regularly. The act of writing things down can also help you remember. Don't be afraid to guess. Intelligently, when you come across a word you don't know while reading or listening, try to guess what it means from the context before you look it up. This is a really useful skill that helps you read and listen more smoothly without always stopping. Often, these core vocabulary words will be the clues that help you unlock the meaning of more complex words around them. Learning vocabulary is a journey, not a sprint. Be patient with yourself, cheer for your small wins, and find the methods that really click for you. By consistently using these strategies, you'll find these essential words becoming a natural and powerful part of your everyday English. Call to action. All right, now that you know which words to focus on and how to make them stick, it's time to get started. What's one new word from today's video that you're going to start using right away? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to see your example sentences. And if you found this video helpful and you're ready to really transform your English communication, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more lessons designed to make your English journey smoother and more confident. Give this video a thumbs up if you're committed to mastering these essential words. Conclusion and encouragement. Feeling lost in everyday English conversations can be really tough. But as we've talked about today, opening the door to confident communication doesn't mean you have to learn every single word in the English language. Not even close. By focusing on this core set of essential vocabulary, the words that power 90% of daily interactions, you're building an incredibly strong foundation. Imagine yourself, just a few weeks or months from now, handling those daily situations with so much more ease. Ordering your coffee, asking for help, sharing your thoughts, understanding what people are saying, all with less hesitation and more clarity. This isn't just a nice idea. It's something you can actually achieve when you learn vocabulary smartly. Remember the power of these simple, everyday words. They are your allies, your tools, your keys. Embrace the learning process, use the strategies we discussed, and be patient with yourself. Every new word you master, every successful conversation you have, is a step forward on your path to fluency. Your English journey is yours alone, and you have the power to shape it. Start with these essentials, build your confidence, and watch as the world of English opens up to you in exciting new ways. You've got this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.